Sunshine.
Oh, you two family, we're back.
I know it's been a while, but I hope you didn't forget who we were. We've been staying close to home, taking care of a family member, so it's made it hard to get out. This is like our third time out this year. But if you're tuning in for the first time, I wanted to introduce ourselves. This is Corey.
Hi.
I'm Christy, and along with our little dog Zoe, we are the
Traveling Buckeyes.
And welcome to the family. We are on our way to Ohio's newest RV park.
Yep.
And we are currently traveling as we speak there. So once we get there, we'll tell you more about it.
So stick around and stay tuned. Hey, we made it!
Where are we?
Hellbender RV Park.
Yeah.
All right, watch out for the mud.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rain last night. All right.
So, yeah.
So now it's time to get set up, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess we should.
So far, so good. All right, we're getting set up and we'll catch up with you in a little bit. Well, we've had time to get all set up and look around a little bit right here off our campsite. So let's do a little campsite talk right now. The campsite itself is large. Corey, if you point down that way, you see how far away that pad is?
Oh my goodness, look down there, how far it is away.
And it's the same on the other side. So the campsites are large. And the pad itself is a decent size. The length is good for us. I know we have a smaller trailer, but it's long enough for us. It works really well. And they even have a little extra concrete on the edge, so when you're backing in, it's easier. You're not going in the grass. The picnic tables are huge. You see my my tablecloth doesn't even cover the whole thing, so that's nice.
Should buy a little longer one.
Well, this is a standard size, babe, and it usually is fine at a state park.
You're not at a state park anymore.
No, we're not. The drive-in is all gravel, which kind of surprised us. We weren't expecting that. But the pads are nice concrete, and they have a nice fire pit out back. And we have not one tree, but we have two.
Wow.
And in 10 years, they'll have shade. It's a new campground. I'm just kidding. You know that. New campgrounds, they don't have trees. Unless they build them in a woods. Let's see what else. Oh, we got a nice view. There's some rolling hills over that way. And I think that's about it. Corey is gonna let's walk around the other side, Corey. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we have a full hookup site, and Corey's going to tell you more about that.
Okay, so we have a full hookup site.
And that would include sewer,
Water,
and electric.
and electric. So our dump is right here for our sewer. You know,
It's right down there.
So but you don't see anything here. You know, that you would run the hose to. But follow me, way on up here. Come on, coming. Come on. It's here now.
Now there is a positive about the sewer.
Yeah, it's actually great, or right at ground level instead of being about 5 or 6 inches higher than the camper. They did get that right.
Plus.
They did get that right. So I don't understand why you would put the sewer here and have to have a 30-foot hose that's going uphill. That's going uphill to boot.
Yeah, so let me show you how far away the sewer hookup is from our camper.
And like I said, it's at the back, you know, usually on travel trailers, they're in the back typically. So
now I know some of you have larger campers and maybe they are located closer to the front of the camper, but maybe they could have tried to put this halfway back so that, you know, possibly we could access it. And to me, they should have pushed that electric towards the back.
Yeah, can we move the power box back here? But leave the water pretty much where it's at. Let's move this right here. The sewer. You know, whatever. I mean, I'm not complaining, but we have to wait to dump when we leave. So the truck's going to be out in the road when we dump. So.
Or we either go to the dump station.
Or we go to the dump station. But we pay for full hookup, so. But we're not able to use it. So. But anyway.
That's just something we wanted to point out to the folks. Would that keep us from coming here at this point? No, we would still come. But we just want you guys to be aware of the placement of the sewer where you would drain.
And it seems like it's that way on all of them. But I can tell.
Now the pull-through sites like that, it seemed like they're a little better. It would work easier.
Yeah, right.
But all the back-end sites appear to be the same way. The sewer is close to the drive, so just a little heads up for everybody.
Rant's over.
All right, so what are we doing now, babe?
We're gonna go drive around and show you the campground. Show you the store, the dog park, and everything it has to offer.
Yeah. But right now we're going to go drive through the campground and show you what the rest of the sites look like. So and how many electric sites, babe?
47.
And how many tent sites?
I don't remember.
Actually, they're full hookup sites. 47 full hookup.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, 47 full hookup.
And I think there's roughly 75 tent sites.
Yeah, we'll tell you at the end. I can't remember exactly.
All right, for now we're going to get out and show you around. All right, we're just getting ready to go inside the camp store here, and I think we may have forgotten to tell you, I don't know, maybe we didn't, but just in case, we are at the Hellbender RV Campground at the Wilds, located in Cumberland, Ohio. This is a brand new campground. It's been open for about a month, and just for your information, our site was $70 a night. All right, let's go inside. And we picked a weekend when there's a boil advisory.
Boil that water.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you? We know when you're leaving out. Oh, thank you.
Looks like they usually have ice cream.
I think that might be Dole Whip. Dole Whip. Yes. Good stuff.
Yeah, see that? Oh, that's icy.
No icy for you.
Oh, man. I love it. Pepsi ices. Oh, look at here. Good stuff. Some alcohol. Alcohol and everything.
That offers steam in it.
That's cool.
Just in case you didn't know, a Hellbender is a salamander. That's how the campground got its name. From the Hellbender salamander.
This is super nice, kids. Yeah. All kind of stuff here. So good.
I got my magnet. They had, they had multiples to choose from, and this is one I chose. So, get to add that to my collection. And it looks like they have some programs at the campground. Like there's some water conservation, an owl hike. So there'd be some things for the kids to do, or probably even adults would enjoy it too. So, just so you know, they do have some programs that they offer. So some of the things they have here that they offer are disc golf. They have a basketball court, which I'm standing on. And then on down here, they have pickleball and they have volleyball. And they have a shelter right here. And this, along with the children's playground over here, is all located in the center of the campground. So it's conveniently located for all the campers. You want to go over and walk closer to the playground?
Sure.
They also have tetherball. There's tetherball right there too. I have not played that in a long time.
Well, everybody wants to see you play it, so
No, I ain't playing it. I was no good then, I'm sure I'm no good now.
This is a nice one. What fell down there, Kristen? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
All right. Now on to the bathrooms.
Yep, let's go look at the bathrooms. Okay, so now it's bathroom talk. They have 2 of these in the campground, and they are bathroom and shower combos. Like I said, 2 of them, one closer to the tent section and one more over towards the camper side. So I'm going to go in and show you what they look like, and you can see if you'd want to use them or not. Like always, I've already checked to make sure nobody's in here. All right. So we have 2 sinks in your mirror area. And if you go to the right, the showers are on this side. And they're big. I mean, they're wide. So you've got a section there, and then you have a little skinny section where you can get dressed. They could be a little deeper, but man, they're super wide. Very, very simple. The floor is very rustic looking. Of course, it's clean because it's only been open a month. The handicap shower is a lot bigger. I mean, of course it's going to be, but it's nice. All right, so now that you've seen the shower side, they have 3 bathroom toilet stalls. And I'm sure they're, you know, just like any others. Oops. And they were just in cleaning them, so I know they're clean. So that is a tour of the bathroom / shower house. And it looks like they have program listed in here too. So yeah, nice bathrooms. I would use them. All right, we're gonna head out and get some dinner at a local, well, kind of local. I think it's 20 minutes away.
20 minutes, but there's not anything local around here.
So we're gonna go try it out. What's it called?
Angie's Roadside Cafe.
Yeah, we'll let you know what we think. It looks good online, but you know, a lot of things look good online.
Right.
All right, catch you later. Well, we're just sitting here chilling at the campsite. We just got back from dinner. We ended up at Theo's in Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we left here thinking we were going to one restaurant. Well, it was
Angie let us down.
Angie's Roadside Diner. It was closed.
It closes at 3 o'clock.
So we just winged it and ended up at a place called Theo's, which turned out to be really good.
Yes. Go to Theo's. It's a 25-minute drive
At least.
through the countryside.
There's no straight road anywhere near here, so it was quite the adventure. But it was probably at least a 30-minute drive to Theo's. But it was amazing food, great prices, and awesome service. So we highly recommend it if you're ever in Cambridge to go to Theo's. So yeah, we're just hanging out. It's been a long, good day, but it's been a busy day and travel day. You know, we traveled over, and so we're just relaxing and having a fire, but it's pretty warm out. And let me show you, our fire's not doing so well. Yeah, it's kind of smoking.
We didn't put a lot of effort into it.
But that's okay, because it's going to be an early to bed, you know, tonight.
Yeah.
So a little fire in the area, that's all we needed.
Get ready for tomorrow, the big day tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a big exciting thing planned for the morning, so we are going to take you along with us, and you'll get to experience it too.
Yep.
So,
Well, with that said,
yeah, Zoe, you ready for bed? Zoe.
She's asleep.
Hello? Zoe. Let's see. Zoe! All right, well, that didn't work out well. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Well, we're up and early this morning. Not terribly early. It's, I don't know, 8:30. But we have something we have to be at 9:30. So we're going to have to get moving. And what we're doing today is we're going over to the wilds. And we are going to take a safari tour to see some animals. And a little bit about that, I'm just going to read it off the phone what's on here, because if not, I'll get it wrong. So a little bit about the wilds is that it's a sprawling private nonprofit conservation center and safari park, and it covers over 10,000 acres on reclaimed coal mining land. It's in southeast Ohio, about 90 minutes from Columbus, and they are known, like they're like, they do a lot of work in conservation, and they've been around for, I think it's about 30 years. So we are going to head over there, and we're going to get our tour. If you are staying in the campground, you can get a shuttle bus over to the wilds, because the wilds is actually about 5 miles from the campground. So you can grab a shuttle over there and not have to worry about parking. But if you do choose to drive, your parking pass for the campground gets you in, or gets you parking free. So yeah, just make sure you take your parking pass with you, which it should be in your vehicle anyway. But we've chosen to go ahead and take the shuttle bus over and let them do the driving. But before we head out, we have got to take care of our little wild animal. Zoe, you gotta go outside and go potty? Huh? You gotta go to the bathroom? So we're gonna get our little booger outside and get her all taken care of, and then tuck her back into bed. She's gonna take a nap while we're seeing the animals. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we're jumping on the shuttle.
Going to the wilds, man.
It's recording.
You for the bio.
So you got to sign a waiver.
We have to sign a waiver, so if we die, they're not responsible.
Just in case you end up on a rhino out there, we know it's your fault, not ours.
Oh, goodness.
Also, I'll tell you guys they have zip lining here also.
We're getting ready to get on our open air tour bus.
Gold standard care and welfare given to them. And we're also founders of C2S2. That's the Conservation Center for Species Survival. So you're going to meet a lot of animals that are currently about 2.5 hours long, with one stop in the middle at our Midsize Carnivore Center about 45 minutes in. When we find animals, I will stop and tell you.
We're gonna go see some medium-sized carnivores in some enclosures up ahead.
So what do you think of it so far?
It's interesting. I mean, you know, we haven't seen a lot of animals up close, but it's interesting to learn the history and what they're doing here and see the animals, even if they're a distance away. Oh, there's a third one down that way. When talking to the employee here, we asked about how they mow the pasture, the habitats, and she said that all but the painted dogs, the gentlemen that mow can mow with the animals, and they don't attack them. They said they don't really bother them. The one animal that looks kind of like a fox, I think they said will follow and kind of stalk them, but they're not. I guess they don't hurt them.
Yeah, I'm not mowing in there with them, that's for sure.
You don't want a cheetah coming after you?
No.
Well, our camping trip is coming to an end and we're heading out early in the morning. So now is the time when we tell you what we thought of the campground and the wilds, but we're not going to do it outside. It is hot. It's in the 90s and we spent half the day outside, and then we came back and we've been chilling in the camper, and that's where we're gonna let you know what we thought of the campground and the wilds. So let's go inside.
All right, guys, we got the lights back on. And we're ready to tell you what we thought of the campground.
First of all, though, when it's hot outside and you're camping, what do you guys do? I know for us, there's nothing better than spending some time outside and then coming inside and
Hibernating.
Yes.
Yes.
Napping and just enjoying the cool air conditioning.
Well, tell us what you do. You know, do you go out in the heat? And
Do you guys go do things in the heat? I mean, we like to do indoor things when it's really hot and do outdoor things early and late in the day.
Yeah.
But let us know. Leave in the comments and let us know some of the things you do to beat the heat and make it enjoyable while you're camping. All right.
So, what we thought of the campground?
I made a few little notes, so.
Overall, I mean, it's a nice campground.
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah.
One of the things that we noticed right away were how big the sites were. And the pull-through sites are really nice. I think had we been able to see it before we came, we would have chose a pull-through site. But our back-end site was just fine.
Right.
We were on site 7. But most of the sites have lots of room. There's only a few that are kind of crowded, a little bit crowded. But honestly, I think they're even better than some of the state parks. Size-wise.
Size-wise, right.
Size-wise.
Campground overall, I don't know if there's a lot of, to me, in my opinion, there's a lot better state parks. But you also have to understand it's only a month old. It's got, they got to work out the bugs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the grass, it needs to come in more, I think. And
now,
speaking of grass.
Yeah, speaking of the grass is about 16 inches high around our picnic table, our whole site. And I understand it's rain, but it's not wet. It's dry out there. I just think it should have been cut, last week.
Yeah.
But, past that.
It just, when we got here, it just made it look not as nice.
Yeah.
And it's not as enjoyable, with the grass being that high.
Right.
And poor little Zoe got lost in the grass.
Right. Yeah.
But that's an easy fix, really.
Yeah, exactly. Just mow the grass.
Yeah. But other things we liked about, we love the views, the rolling hills here. The setting is very pretty.
Sure is.
And, we were able to watch the sunset, and it was nice, a pretty sunset. And we've seen lots of wildlife here, from little rabbits, big rabbits, deer.
Yeah.
Let's see, we saw a skunk one day.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of different wildlife. And they say they hear owls here at night too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and they actually had an owl walk last night.
Right. We didn't make it, but they had one.
Yeah. So that's nice, and they have a lot of amenities or a lot of things, activities. The courts, the volleyball, the basketball, the pickleball, and the playground, all that stuff we showed you, and shower houses, which are not fancy, but I mean, they're nice. They're new, but they're nice.
They're nice. Yeah, they does the job.
The campground isn't resort-like. It's still campground.
Right.
But they have all the things you would need here.
Yeah.
And the camp store we thought was very nice. And they had your, necessities. If you, forgot to bring your ketchup, they've got it. That kind of stuff.
Right.
And if you forgot your beer, it's there too.
I got some camping-related, stuff you might need for your camper. This or that. But
yeah. I mean, it's not like,
yeah, it's not
fully
like
stocked, but your necessities would be there. And,
right.
They've got some cold treats and sweet treats and what have you. So.
Icy machine and, what's that stuff we like?
Oh, Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Which we have to get before we leave today.
Yeah.
So all that was nice. I did want to update you on the sites, because I think I said it wrong earlier. There are 47 full hookup sites. So that means sewer, water, electric. And then there were, I believe it was 26 primitive. And when we say primitive, they have water at the sites. You don't have electric, but you do have water.
It's kind of odd. Usually, you'd have electric and no water, but
Yeah.
kind of backwards. But
I mean, I don't know. I guess if it was me and I was tent camping, I would probably prefer electric over the water.
Right.
But,
I would
to each his own. And that's what they chose to do. So just want to make you aware, if you come stay in a primitive site, you're going to get water, no electric.
Right.
What else? Oh, it's nice that they had a shuttle bus over to the wilds. Although our return bus was a little bit of an experience because the bus they usually use, or the shuttle van, had a flat tire.
Had a flat tire. So yeah, I mean, we waited out in the heat for, I don't know, about 45 minutes for a van, but hey, it happens, so.
And we all took it in stride. We all laughed about it. So it was kind of a fun story to tell.
Exactly.
So let's see, what else? Well, we mentioned the sewer.
Yeah, we mentioned the sewer. Okay, we kind of, I'm pretty sure what had happened was, I think when they built the place, they put all of them in the wrong spot.
We think because one of the employees kind of
overheard. But
maybe,
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to get, say for sure, but that's kind of what I overheard.
Yeah, whether it was a mistake or whether it was planned this way.
It sounds like it's not going to change. It's going to be that way, and you got to have a 30-foot hose. Yep. I mean, we got a 22-foot camper, and we back it up to the back of the pad. We got to have a 30-foot hose, and it all runs uphill. And we know what happens. That stuff doesn't run uphill. So anyway.
But just be aware that even though you're getting a full hookup site, you may not get all of it.
Yeah. But they do have a nice dump station out by going out, so
yes, so
you can use that. It looks like it hadn't been used yet.
So that's a good
yeah,
way to take care of that, yeah. Which that's probably what we'll end up doing, because once we get the truck hooked up, we're going to be out in the drive.
We'll be out on the road trying to dump.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. So.
Might not be a good idea. So all in all, we like the campground. I think we were a little surprised. It wasn't quite what we thought it was going to be. But still, we liked it. So would we come back again? Yes. And it being so close to the wilds just adds to the experience,
Yeah.
That's kind of why you're coming here anyways, to go spend time at the wilds. There are other things to do around here. I know what the big Muskie is.
Yeah,
is close. And I know there's a couple other state parks not too far.
Jesse Owens State Park. I don't know. I think they have camping, but I'm not sure.
We didn't get out a lot except for dinner when we ended up. We ended up in Cambridge, or no, was it Cambridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up at Theo's, which wasn't our planned restaurant, but our other restaurant we were going to was actually closed.
Theo's, you rock.
Yes, we love Theo's.
The best cheese sticks I've ever eaten in my life. They're homemade. Oh my God, they're so good.
Yes, so, but you're out kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's a beautiful landscape. I mean, the rolling hills. We did get out and take some drive in the country. We may have made a wrong turn in the country, but that's okay.
Wrong turns.
That's okay. We enjoyed it, and it was a beautiful scenery. So
yeah, the GPS takes you some weird ways.
Yeah, there's no straight roads here, so
Nah.
Just to let you know.
All back roads.
Okay, is there anything else we forgot on the campground? Oh, internet, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we have AT&T for our internet, or our cell phone, internet on our phone, and it's very, very, very spotty. So Verizon, I'm not sure, it might be okay, but AT&T is spotty.
Well, they did mention at the wilds that you're constantly roaming or whatever, trying to find a signal.
That will kill your battery quick.
Yeah, so just be aware. We didn't, it wasn't a problem because we kind of wanted to,
Actually, we just got through watching some YouTube, and it come in good, so I put it by the window, and it worked pretty good, so.
So you never know.
I don't know. But.
So I think that's all for the campground that we can think of. Now on to the wilds. I did want to tell you before we get started about the wilds. When we booked our campsite, we got a discount. I can't remember how much of the discount was, but our open air safari tour was $37 a piece. And it was a 2.5 hour tour, which we didn't know how long the tour was going to be, so we were pleasantly surprised.
I was thinking 45 minutes to an hour, that'd be it. 2.5 hours, and it was well worth the money.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
You'll obviously, you've already seen the clips, and we learned a lot about the facility and the conservation works that they're doing here, and the history. Just very interesting. We can't go and tell you all about it, here. We don't have time, nor can we remember all of it.
Right.
But our tour guide was very good. It was her first year, and she did a great job.
Yeah, Corey, you did a nice job.
Yes. Thank you, Corey.
Yep. Nice name, too.
Yeah. So we really enjoyed not only seeing the animals and the ride, but the information that was given while we were there. And we saw some animals up close, and then some of them were further away. And you'll see in our clips that Corey zoomed in on them so you could get a better look at the animals that were here. Not all of them came close, but they're animals, so you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
If they want to come up close, they're going to come up close. If they want to hang out in the shade, that's...
You're not going to make them do anything. They're going to do what they want.
Yeah, it's like going to the zoo. You never know what you're going to see up close and what you're going to see far away.
Right.
But
and the gift shop was cool. Their little restaurant there,
little
or cafe. We got some loaded
Carnivore
fries. Oh man, they were good with bacon and cheese on them.
Yeah, and the prices were decent too. We thought
like $7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought the cafe was, for cafe food and stuff. We thought it was great. Mm-hmm. We were able to sit down and had a view of like the valley where the animals are. But they have zip lining there. They have horseback riding. Oh goodness. You can rent yurts, adults only. So, no children in the yurts.
21 and up.
21 and up, yeah. Oh my gosh, was there anything else I forgot? Oh, there was some other stuff.
And you could do a tour with them. It's called, I think, the Wild Tour or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but they'll drive you right up to the animals. I mean, you might have seen it in there, but there was a bunch of rhinos around, and they drove the truck with the people in the back of it right up to them.
It's like in the back of a pickup truck, and it's a more, you're closer to the animals, and it's more, you've got like a tour guide. It's more money, but, I think it would have been worth it.
That would have been cool, yeah. But anyway.
But they have lots of different opportunities at the Wild. So if you're interested, go check out their website. We highly, highly recommend checking out the Wilds. If you don't camp here, come visit. And if you're a camper, I think it would be a great experience to camp and be able to go to the Wilds and then come back to your camper and not have to rush home.
And I'll put a link below to the campground and the Wilds where you can just click on it or you can read it, and it'll tell you a lot about it. So. Yep.
And we got to meet some viewers too while we were here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they ended up right next to us on the open air tour on our ride. Yeah. So that was really cool. Got to visit with them, and I think that's about it then.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yep. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button now. It helps us out a lot.
Yes, thank you.
And
just comment to us. If you got questions, anything that we can help you with, we'll be more than happy to.
Yeah, if you want to know more and we can answer it, we would be happy to do that. Exactly. So leave some comments below and let us know what you do on those hot days to spend your time.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Good to see you again. We'll hopefully have a video out soon. We're doing the best we can, so we appreciate you guys watching. And be careful out there.
Bye.